Yohan De Rose, because it's one of those names that you should be watching out for. Sri Lanka. Apparently, he's the newest funny guy in town. How funny? I don't know. How funny are you, man?
Wow, I don't think they've figured out how to quantify funny yet, but hopefully pretty funny. You should come find out.
30th, right? Debut show, Sooriya Village.
Yeah, here, 30th, what time is it? 7 to 8
Right.
p.m. Be here.
Oh, right. So it's just like an hour stuff.
It is an hour show. It's an hour-long set. One half, then the second half, and some musical acts, local musical acts.
Yeah, they always have some great people come here and jam at the Sooriya Village, man.
Yeah, of course. I actually chose here because it's very artsy and progressive. It's also one of the first name hits that come up when you look for new emerging artsy places. It's like, go to the Sooriya Village, and my cousins and my manager were like, you have to go there. They're doing awesome stuff. Better be a part of it, and also, you know, hopefully benefit myself a little bit as well. Yeah.
So how would you describe yourself as like a stand-up comedian? Because this is like the most, how do I put it, complex thing like water, you know?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I hate trying to, it sounds very self-centered when you're like, yeah, well, I'm a pretty funny guy, so I decided to get on stage and get paid for it. You know, but I definitely think that comedy comes from everywhere. And growing up with in an immigrant kind of environment, we're first-generation immigrants to New Zealand, and also having the kinds of friends that I have, the family that I have, just funny things happen all over the place, and I've been public speaking for ages.
Oh,
so
great.
it just seemed like the logical kind of way to use. I'm in law school at the moment, so.
Oh, so you're a funny lawyer.
Well, as funny as it can be as a lawyer, like
Right.
it's definitely difficult to have lots of hobbies, and especially a hobby like stand-up comedy that isn't really established that much for entry-level people, and pursue a degree and do all sorts of other musical stuff that I'm doing.
Ooh, musical stuff.
Yes, also that. I'm a guitarist and a singer.
So now you know what you're in for as well on the day.
Well, that's how it is with the arts, you know, if you can't, don't have a finger in each pie, you don't make money and you can't pay rent, you know?
So you probably are like a Phoebe in the making.
I hope so, except that I can play guitar, hopefully. You hope, you know? You can't really say I'm awesome, but you can get up on stage every night. On Friday, we'll be getting up stage and hoping that you guys find it funny. I've been performing for a while.
Oh, nice. Like, for how long and stuff, man?
It's March of this year, so about 7 months? 8 months.
Nice.
7 or 8 months. So I'm pretty fresh. Comedians will be like, he's still a rookie. But I feel like I've made a lot of ground. This year at the Wellington Comedy Awards, I got Best Newcomer. So yeah, thank you. It's not in the grand scheme of comedy, you know, I'm not no Russell Peters or Louis C.K., but it was a big step for me, especially only doing it for a short time and infrequently at that. So I feel like I've come to a point where I can do an hour show and be funny. If not, well, review life. That's what will have to happen.
Oh man, so this is your first time though performing at home then?
Yes, it is, which is scary because a lot of people say comedy is universal, which it is. Like the premise of a lot of jokes, people find the same things funny. Like someone slipping over a banana peel in New Zealand and someone slipping over a banana peel in Sri Lanka, everyone's going to laugh at the same thing. So the premise of the jokes are the same, but I think the delivery is a lot different. Sri Lankan audiences respond better to maybe toning it down with the foul language, you know, vulgar material, and not so much into that. But if I can, a lot of my comedy is observational, so it's everyday stuff. It is family friendly, so
hopefully you'll bring out more of the anti-jokes.
Yeah, exactly. Those are like, oh,
anti-jokes. How could you not have auntie and uncle jokes, right?
Exactly. I got to Sri Lanka, I swear, 2 weeks ago, and the first thing my auntie said to me was, you've got blacker, stay, don't go outside.
Are you serious?
I know!
And you're a brown person.
I know, this is like what happens, you know, and it's nature. But, you know, when you see stuff like that, I didn't think I'd get that much material coming to Sri Lanka, I'll be honest. I didn't think I would have just this well of material that would be poured over me. But as it turns out, I did, and it's just happening all over the place. Family, friends, and I was like, this has got to be told. This has got to be shared, and so it kind of happened.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah. Oh man, I can just imagine, because forever and always, it's the third cultured kids that get caught in like the in between a lot of things, and it's like.
Exactly. And you always hear our parents when they tell you, like, when you're like, oh, I'm busy, and they make the comparison to when they were growing up. It's like, no, when I was your age, you know, I was doing this, and this, and we had to walk for 17 kilometers to go to school.
Like, nobody walks anymore that long unless you're a fitness freak or something.
There's Uber, Dad, you know, and they make comparisons like that. But I think the people of the kids of our generation, like, they do have a lot of different issues, not so much challenges, not issues, but and I feel like even that kind of seeps into my comedy, you know, trying to balance life, you know, pursue a career that any Sri Lankan parent would not be so pleased in, but and also a law degree and my musical diplomas and stuff like that. Like, it does get overwhelming, but I find
I can imagine.
But I find that stand-up is that one thing that is a job, but at the same time I mentally and almost spiritually earn a lot back from, so I really enjoy it. Like, even making this my career would be a dream come true. Yeah,
hopefully throw it into the universe,
yeah.
And you never know, right? It just might happen.
Comes back, exactly. Yeah, I hoping, yeah.
Yes. And also you said something about wanting to nurture
Wow.
the funny brains, so then it becomes like it will have its own following. Like
a comedy guru that comes and builds a big comedy temple.
That the Sooriya Village, because why not, right?
We'll wear orange robes and pray to the comedy gods. Yeah, I do. Joking aside, I think a lot of Sri Lankans are hilarious. Like, Sri Lankan people are so funny. But there's no solid medium right now for funny Sri Lankans to come out and be funny, which sucks, because not only are Sri Lankans funny, they want to be entertained and they want to laugh. And if there's no medium on both sides, then it's difficult for us to move. A consistent
medium.
Yeah, and the art scene has no way to move forward in terms of the stand-up arts. And I think the wonderful thing about, you know, stuff that you guys are doing and the stuff that this place is doing, I think it's
Sooriya
wonderful.
Village for the win!
Yeah. I think it's wonderful because it's taking that raw talent that Sri Lanka already has and making it directional. You know, my dad says the worst thing to say to someone is you have such good potential, because potential is potential. You know, without kind of filtering it into a specific direction or putting it through processes like this, putting it on stage, it doesn't go anywhere, which is heartbreaking for me as a Sri Lankan and as a performer, just seeing so many of us sitting at home, you know, and so...
Yeah, and just becoming people on space.
Yeah, like... Internet space. I mean, too much internet space. That's what I be on here. You should watch this. But yeah, facilitating or even just sparking an idea for a comedy scene here, weekly gigs and open mics and stuff like that would be fantastic, and one that's widely known, because there are millions of us. You know, there's bound to be a lot of us that enjoy this kind of thing.
Even funnier than Russell.
Yes, even funnier. Like, he was one of the first comedians I ever started watching, but recently, like, his stuff has gotten,
so boring. It's like, why, man? Why you do this, Russell?
Come on, Russell.
It's like the same thing over and over again. Maybe with if it was a vegetable, it probably would have been grilled.
Yeah, exactly. And like, just with different seasoning, and by seasoning I mean like different swear words on the top, which is, come on, Russell, if you're watching this, man, you started
man.
Yeah, come on, pick up the game. We believe in you. Sri Lanka believes in you. Come on. But yeah, there are a lot of us, and a lot of seasoned, not only comedians, speakers, and the transition from public speaking into being a comedian is very minute. Just the difference is, instead of speaking on a topic, you speak to make people laugh. And if we can, I know it's a big dream for a small man, for a small Sri Lankan man, but if we can somehow spark the process, that will mean the world to me. And the way we're doing it now, and thanks to you, and thanks to the village, and also thanks to SFM, you know, getting the word out there is going to be a whole lot easier than one guy kind of yelling in the corner of Colombo, "Hey, there's a comedy show, come!" You know, it's difficult to do it by yourself, which is the beautiful thing about this place. Is wherever you go, there will be a community to support you and kind of push you forward, even when you get reluctant. And that I'm thankful for, and also hopeful in. Yeah.
Fingers crossed, 30th, make it, because this is gonna be funsies.
And hopefully funny. No, it will be funny, actually. That's a guarantee. It will be funny, and it's free. So what do you have to lose, guys?
Yeah, and it's Sooriya Village. They make good food and drinks.
Yeah, be sure to get something here. It's a fantastic environment. The service is great. You're gonna love it. Also, if you want to reserve for dinner, a lot of people are staying for dinner afterwards. You know, call and make a reservation. It's either way it goes, guys. It's gonna be an awesome night. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yes. And
Oh,